Welcome to another episode of the 15 Minute a Day Cure. Today's topic, how to have a productive day. Specifically, I'm going to be covering 8 tips. Hi, I'm Margot Staten of BeGoodToYourselfByMargot.com and welcome to my channel. Here, I teach you simple strategies to improve your quality of life. So let's jump into today's lesson, how to have a productive day. So you ever have one of those days or maybe weeks or even worse, months where you're like, what in the world have I accomplished? I feel like I got up in the morning, brushed my teeth, went to work, came home. Tuesday, got up in the morning, went to work, came home. You're kind of feeling blah, right? Like, what did you achieve? What were you productive about? Like, it doesn't feel good. Right? I personally don't like those kinds of days. Well, there are things that you can do to ensure that every day is productive. And I'm not talking about productive, astronomically productive, like, you discovered something or you wrote some impactful paper or, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be an overhaul or something absolutely like insane for you to feel that you were productive. It could be something small. But at the end of the day, it's kind of a nice feeling to say, hey, you know what? I had a good day. I accomplished things. I worked on my personal development. I worked on my goals. I practiced self-discipline. I did all of these things. Like, it makes us feel good, right? But those days where we don't feel productive, where we don't feel like we accomplished anything, we kind of just feel like, blah. Okay, so here are my 8 tips, right? Number 1, morning rituals. Okay, guys, the way you start your day dictates how the rest of your day is going to go, right? So if you wake up in the morning and like your alarm goes off 15 times and you keep hitting snooze and then maybe you like sleep in too long and then you're late for work and everything is chaotic, well, guess what? The rest of your day is probably chaotic. Like, we've all had those days, right? We oversleep, we get stuck in traffic, and then turns out we had an early meeting in the morning, or maybe we dropped our kids off to school late. Like, it becomes complete and utter mayhem. But then there are those days where the alarm goes off. We wake up, right? And I have a video on creating morning rituals. I'll leave a link down below. But in general, starting your day off right, having a productive morning, right, is fantastic. Like, you wake up in the morning, you pull your blinds out, you let the light in, you have your glass of water, you have a healthy breakfast. You practice good time management in the morning. Maybe you fit in a little bit of exercise. Right there, right? You make your bed. There have been a lot of studies that people who make their bed daily are actually much more productive and have better organization, better time management skills. So from the standpoint of productivity, guess what? Wake up in the morning, make your bed, boom, productivity, right? But you need to have a good morning ritual, a healthy one. Number 2, you have to organize your day. What is your structure? Are you just kind of aimlessly going through the motions and doing things as they come up? That's not really being productive. You need to have organization. I organize my week in advance. Every Sunday, I dedicate an hour to organizing my week. Every single day of the week, I know what I have to do. Now, things happen. Emergencies happen, and sometimes we kind of go off sort of the schedule. It's called life. It happens to all of us. But in general, there has to be some type of organization to your day. You wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you exercise, you make breakfast for yourself, you walk your dog, you make breakfast or pack lunch for your children. Whatever it may be, maybe you have a lot of time in the morning. So maybe you put in 30 minutes of personal development and, you read a book, or you watch something empowering, or you listen to a TED Talk, or whatever it may be. There has to be organization. You then, leave at a particular time. You get to work on time. When you get to work, your day is organized. Like, you're using an Outlook calendar. Like, to me, it's still mind-blowing how people are like, well, I don't really pencil anything in. What, Outlook calendar, what's that? I kind of just do tasks as they come in. And it's like, okay. But there has to be some kind of organization. If you have meetings, what time are the meetings happening? If you have projects, what are the deadlines? What are you doing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? If an emergency comes up, did you pencil in blank space in your schedule to make sure that you don't panic? That you don't go crazy because an emergency happened and it threw your entire day out of whack, right? There has to be organization to your day. And then you leave at a certain time, right? Do you have work-life balance when you leave at 5 o'clock, or when you're, now a lot of us are still working from home because of COVID. 5 o'clock hits, you have to disconnect from your computer, right? You have to have work-life balance. Lots of us don't have it. I have a video for work-life balance, by the way. I'll leave a link in the description below. But there has to be organization. Your day should be structured. That is how you feel productive. You know why? Because if you have a schedule and then you did task 1, you did task 2, you did task 3, it feels good. You're accomplishing things. It feels great. That is the essence of productivity. Also, by the way, if you organize your day, you actually accomplish more things. And also, if you learn to not procrastinate, it's even more rewarding, right? But that takes a lot of self-discipline. So organize your day, right? So then when you achieve a task, productivity, check, feels good. Number 3, blooper, accomplish something, right? That kind of goes hand in hand with organizing your day. If your day is not organized, how do you know if you've been successful? How do you know if you accomplished something? Maybe let's say you put on your to-do list to call and schedule, a PCP appointment. Maybe you haven't seen the doctor in a really long time. Like a lot of people, like who goes to see their doctor once a year? You should, right? Annual exams are important. A little motivational tip there. And then you actually, guess what? Pick up the phone and schedule your doctor's visit, or schedule that dentist, or, book a play date for your kids, or take your dog to the park, or work on that project at work, whatever. Accomplish something, right? You need to feel it. Again, it doesn't have to be anything huge, right? It doesn't have to be big, but accomplish something. Maybe you decided Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you exercise for 15 minutes a day. You're putting that into sort of your calendar or whatnot. And when you did it, you feel like you accomplished something, right? Like I'm happy. I typically dedicate, 15 to 30 minutes a day to exercise. And especially when I'm able to do 30 minutes, I feel good, right? I feel like I accomplished something. I feel better, right? And again, it could be something like maybe you struggle with time management and you penciled in to work on your time management system, or to sit down and organize your week ahead. That is an accomplishment. Accomplish something. Maybe you ordered a book, maybe you need to work on self-love or self-esteem or self-discipline or build your confidence. You have to work on something. So you ordered a book or you ordered a course and it's just sitting there. You haven't read the book, right? The book is just kind of on your bookshelf somewhere, or like on your dresser reminding you, please pick me up and read me. But you're not doing it. Right? Again, that has to do with point number 2, which is organize your day, but more so accomplish something. If you feel like you've accomplished something, it boosts your self-esteem, it boosts your self-confidence, and it motivates you to do and accomplish more and be successful with it. Number 4, take breaks. I am somebody that has struggled for years and years and years and years and years taking break. I am someone who would actually skip lunch. I am someone who would continue to work on my desk. I am someone who completely gets consumed by something that I'm working on, right? If when I was writing my book, I didn't realize that for a week, literally, I don't even think I used the bathroom. I didn't eat, I didn't drink water. I was so consumed by writing my book. And my book is on goal setting and sort of how to motivate yourselves to achieve goals in a very simplistic way. I'll leave a link down below. By the way, if you're enjoying my video, don't forget to hit the like button, and also leave a comment. Let me know, what to you is having a productive day. Like, what do you accomplish that makes you feel like you've been productive? But you have to take breaks. We are not robots. We are not machines. We can't keep going and going and going and going and going and going on. We're going to crash, right? I mean, have you ever experienced this? Leave a comment. Have you experienced burnout? It's because you don't take breaks. So you have to take breaks, right? I know it sounds counterproductive. Well, I need to accomplish things. No. But you, first and foremost, you also need to take care of yourself. You need to take a walk. You need to disconnect, recharge mentally, right? If you're on meetings all day nonstop, it's draining. I Zoom meetings, right? It's draining. Work is draining. Just take 15 minutes, half an hour, an hour. Take your lunch, right? Employers give you lunch for a reason, right? Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, right? You still need a break. You're constantly running around after the kids, doing things, cleaning up. I mean, I can't tell you. I feel like, I have a dog and I have a daughter, and I feel like I just clean up and 5 minutes later I have to clean up again, right? We're constantly doing things and going, and it's just overwhelming. Take a break, right? Kind of de-stress, right? Get your energy back up. And then you're able to sort of hit the ground running, and you're able to actually be more productive because you're a little bit more clear-minded. Number 5, self-care. Again, taking a break is an act of self-care, but self-care also throughout the day, something to celebrate, something that goes hand in hand with productivity, is taking care of yourself, right? Disconnecting, eating, exercising, taking a walk, having maybe 30 minutes of downtime, reading that book. Hey, you know what? Maybe you had a really productive day. You accomplished a lot. You put your feet up on your couch. You watch a little something, right? You listen to an inspirational podcast. Self-care. Take care of yourself. Eat, sleep, drink, do things that sort of regenerate you, right? Re-energize you. Like you cannot, just like a machine, like I mentioned before, just be constantly going, because you can't even take the time to celebrate anything you've accomplished because you don't take any breaks. You don't care for yourself. And then eventually, again, just like not taking breaks, you burn out. And by the way, burnout and stress and anxiety leads to like a slew of mental health and physical health ailments. So prioritize you. Taking care of yourself is productive. Number 6, clean and organize your space. Just like with a morning ritual where you wake up in the morning and you make your bed, right? Start making your beds. Where you make your bed, that is like your first accomplishment. That is the first productive thing that you do during the day. Cleaning and organizing your space is instant productivity, right? A cluttered space is a cluttered mind. So, cleaning your home, picking up or cleaning your desk, or, putting things away at the end of a work day, cleaning and organizing your space, having a space that's free of clutter is productive. It also makes you much more effective and efficient doing other tasks. Number 7, reflect on something good that happened to you. So many of the clients that I work on, they're always like, you know what, Margot, nothing good happened to me today. Okay, that's a whole lot of BS. We spend a lot of time focusing on all the crappy things that happen to us. And oftentimes it can feel like a lot. We got into a fight with our mom, our kids are driving us crazy, the dog is sick, maybe your boss is kind of driving you nuts at work, or maybe you feel like you failed at a project, or maybe you feel like you're not doing enough, and maybe you got stuck in traffic, and like we're kind of blaming how we feel on all of these external sources, and it's like, everything is crap. Okay, some things might be crap, right? But you need to learn to reflect on something good that happened to you. Something good happens to you all the time, right? It's called practicing gratitude, right? It could be you're grateful for feeling well today, or for, a funny story that you heard, or for, making it to work on time, or even be grateful that you made the bed this morning, or that you developed a morning routine, or maybe that you learned something new at work or at home, or you learned from an experience that you had. Reflect on something good, right? It goes hand in hand with productivity. And again, it builds up your self-esteem and your self-confidence. Okay. And finally, number 8, after you've done all of these things and had this amazing productive day and feel good about yourself, right? We love to feel good about ourselves. Unfortunately, too often we feel crappy about ourselves, and that's horrible, right? And, anxiety's through the roof, stress levels, maybe we develop depression. We need to sort of redirect, right? So number 8 is getting good sleep. We had this productive day. Now you need to recharge for the following day. So getting good sleep. And I have a lot of content and videos about, some of us do struggle with being able to fall asleep and stay asleep. A weighted blanket is actually really, really good for those of you who might have anxiety and kind of are reluctant to fall asleep. It's a struggle. It's really hard. But you need to get good sleep, right? Think about yourselves, right? When you woke up maybe 10 times a day, 10 times a night, the next day you're kind of drowsy, you're woozy, you don't want to achieve any goals. You don't want to work on personal development. You don't want to exercise. You don't want to be productive. And then think about that day where you got like a really good 7 hours of sleep. You wake up in the morning and you are energized. You're ready. You're ready to tackle the day, and it's a wonderful thing. So if sleep is something that you struggle with, then you need to invest the time and energy to figure out ways to sleep better, because that 100% leads to you being much more productive the following day. So those are the 8 tips for how to have a productive day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Videos come out every Wednesday at 5 p.m. And always remember to be good to yourselves.